back with another video. Before we get started, I want to emphasize this technique to get a picky eater to eat, and it's using the guts of another pinky. And this has worked really well for me for my baby hognose snakes. All right, and as you can see, the first baby, the super Arctic anaconda, and her appetite is really picking up. She's getting to the point where she's lunging for the mouse. I didn't get the strike this time, but I think next feeding I'm gonna see if I can get the strike on camera. And she's doing really well ever since I started scenting with the mouse guts. And then we have this fella right here, and for another week, excuse the poop that's smeared on the side of the enclosure. Last week it was on the other side. I cleaned it, and then I go in to feed him today, and he even smeared poop on the other side. He's the only hognose that does this. I don't know why, but I'll clean it up. I'm just glad that he's eating. And this is the Arctic anaconda het Mai Tai, possible het lavender. All right, then we have the female Arctic conda het Mai Tai, possible het lavender. And as you can see, the tip of the nose is scented with the mouse guts, and she lunges with a good strike. I never have any issues with feeding these guys right here. I did when I first got them from Daytona, but once they shed out, they've been really doing well with eating. I don't think they've skipped a meal since the first time they shed out for me, which is kind of strange. I was kind of getting concerned when I first got them, but you just got to be persistent and they'll eventually catch on. Right now we have my 100% het Lucy. She has an attitude and she didn't want to strike on camera, so I was just kind of being persistent and bothering her until she took the mouse from the tongs. I knew she would. She's just very defensive and doesn't really like me at all, but she has a good appetite. She eats every week and she should be ready next year. Right now we have the melanistic eastern onyx, and I didn't get to strike with him. I'm actually filming indoors today because it's so cold outside, and the easterns tend to be pretty sensitive to environmental changes, so I wasn't sure if he was going to take it from the tongs while I filmed him inside. He's just weird like that, but he did take it. And I forgot to tell you that I have dusted these mice with multivitamins and calcium. I may start doing that every time I feed them, just to see if it helps with their appetite, but we'll see. And next we have the orange face eastern hognose. As you can see, she's eating really well. I didn't get to strike with her, like I said, feeding them indoors in a different environment. I wasn't sure how their appetite would be, but she has no issues eating, which is really good. Now we have Sassy, Big Mama. So this is her fourth feeding, I think, and she's doing really well. For some reason, she was missing the mouse. But I'm going to start pairing her with Steve this week. Just wanted to get her acclimated and started with eating before I paired them together, but she will get paired this week. Steve has been eating. He doesn't eat on camera, so I'm not going to have him in this video. Hopefully they're compatible. Hopefully Steve can get the job done, because I'm pretty curious to see if she carries any recessive genes. Steve carries the albino and the sable gene. With her, I don't really know, because I got her from Craigslist with no information on her genetic history. So I'm hoping that she may carry the albino gene. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, she has a really good appetite. Just love the greens as her pattern progresses down the end of her body, and hopefully we can get her to lay some eggs. And then the last feeding today will be my granite jungle. And as you can see, she just went into shed, or just shed out this week. And I can't wait to pair her. My lemon ghost Walma male, he's in shed right now. So he doesn't eat when he's in shed, so I'm not gonna have him on this video. This is my most anticipated clutch for the year, the Kevin Rose Granite Jungle with the Jeff Galewood Lemon Ghost Woma to see what they look like. And the lighting is kind of bad on this video. You can't really see how bright yellow she is. She's actually a lot brighter of a yellow color than my Lemon Ghost Woma. So hopefully that can pass through with the babies. I'm gonna put her in brumation next month, as well as the Lemon Ghost, and hopefully they can produce some eggs later on this year. And that is it for the video. If you enjoy, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all for the next one.